Oh, yeah, no, that's what I would say to them.
Oh, I got you.
Well, I guess I could play you my version of Why Would They Lie?
I didn't know you had your own version. That's cool.
Yo, Prt2 has been telling you this for decades now. First you called us crazy conspiracy theorists. Now everything we told you came true. What now? Why would they lie? Tick, 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 time's running out. Beliefs aren't out cause we got the clout. You don't have to shout. Just listen up, sprout. We know what it's about. We know about this route. Never any doubt. You're talking to your scout. You didn't evolve from a trout. No, platypus. Why would you lie? Why would you die? Who gave you rights? Why are there nights? Who gave you lights to take in the sights? Who had that almighty might? You gave up your rights for the stories of light. Of our day turned to night. In your box you up tight. You put up no fighters to snuff out your light. Now, that's not too bright. Why would you lie? So you bow and comply. Thinking you knowing while only gets blowing. Meanwhile we over here flowing. The truth is showing. Denial's still ongoing. But why? Why would they lie? They got things to hide. Bound in their egos and pride. The science is misapplied. System designed to divide. Truth it gets denied before it is survived. Don't ask me why. I'm not the one who lied, my guy.
I don't know. Everything anyone sees could be an illusion under the control of an all-powerful demon.
Who's the conspiracy theorist now? You have no ground to stand on. Sad fact is, I don't think all of you can be saved. Some of you just need to go through some life changes before you're ready. Prt2 has been telling you this for decades now. First you called us crazy conspiracy theorists. Now everything we told you came true. What now? Why would they lie? Tick, 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 time's running out. Beliefs aren't out cause we got the clout. You don't have to shout. Just listen up, sprout. We know what it's about. We know about this route. Never any doubt. You're talking to your scout. You didn't evolve from a trout. No, platypus. Why would they lie? Don't ask me why. It does not apply. To blindly ask why, just let it all cry. It's okay, guy.
Now.
Besides, you can review. It's long overdue. Don't let them subdue you using voo-voo like you do and poo-poo with your mind in a thumb screw. With your mind askew, it's hard to change your view. Sorry, we falsified our former worldview. There's nothing left but the glue. We broke free of the mental zoo and you can do it too. Just break through and learn the mental kung fu. To logic stay true and I thank you. We are your peer review. The earth is flat, stationary, and the sky is still blue. Who knew?
Me?
Now you do.
Oh, me.
Welcome to the earth. Snacks on the left, drinks on the right, and toilets at the back. The DJ is spinning all day, 24/7, Flat Earth Discord.
So I win.
I remember you did another song like that with that Skeksis voice.
Oh, that's the actual, what's the movie called?
Skeksis voice,
Dark Crystal
that's good.
song.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's Helio's favorite song. I'll play that next.
Helios like the sun?
Oh no, Helio Skeptic, like the guy who runs our YouTube channel and like OG Flat Earther. Everyone's favorite drunk uncle.
You quoted me on that.
That's pretty bad, Helio Skeptic. They don't even know who you are anymore. You gotta come back.
Yeah, you need to get in here, bro. We miss you. He's generally listening in. But here's a song dedicated to him. Yo. Drace.
Anabolic beat.
Trying something new this time.
I've got you. Got you right in my claws. I have written the laws to thunderous applause. Come, little girlfriend. Sketches are good, girlfriend. I've got you. I don't put your skin, just the energy within. So come with me and see the crystal. Let's begin. It's got got you under your skin. Do you have the mark yet? It's about to begin. He's got you. Take it all on the chin, giving up on your kin while you're serving the kingpin. He's got you, his little secret king, nice, worshipping, believing the whole thing. He's got you living in sin, got you walking around with a dopiate grin.
We got you, the globe has been. Don't believe me, wrap your hat up in tin. I'm your Huckleberry Finn. It's about to begin the unraveling of your programming. We got you, the lies are built in. FE, the linchpin, the lie wearing thin. No curve or a spin, the globe cannot win. Belongs in the bin.
I've got you right in my claws. I have written the laws to thunderous applause. Come, little girlfriend, sketches are good, girlfriend. I've got you. I don't put your skin, just the energy within. So come with me and see the crystal. Let's begin. He's got you under your skin. Do you have the mark yet? It's about to begin. He's got you. Take it all on the chin, giving up on your kin while you're serving the kingpin. He's got you, his little secret king, nice, worshipping, believing the whole thing. He's got you living in sin, got you walking around with a dopiate grin.
We got you, the globe has been. Don't believe me, wrap your hat up in tin. I'm your Huckleberry Finn. It's about to begin the unraveling of your programming. We got you, the lies are built in. FE, the linchpin, the lie wearing thin. No curve or a spin, the globe cannot win. Belongs in the bin.
He's got you under your skin. Do you have the mark yet? It's about to begin. He's got you. Take it all on the chin, giving up on your kin while you're serving the kingpin. He's got you, his little secret king, nice, worshipping, believing the whole thing. He's got you living in sin, got you walking around with a dopiate grin.
We got you, the globe has been. Don't believe me, wrap your hat up in tin. I'm your Huckleberry Finn. It's about to begin the unraveling of your programming. We got you, the lies are built in. FE, the linchpin, the lie wearing thin. No curve or a spin, the globe cannot win. Belongs in the bin.
Man, I don't care who you are. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good. I'm like picturing like Skeksis rapping with their little Muppet thing, and like when they stare into the freaking dark crystal, it's probably like a globe spinning in there or something.
Why would they lie is just hilarious on so many levels.
Yeah.
What's that voice sounds like that freaking bird. Is there a
Yeah,
bird
the
that
Skeksis.
talks like
Yes.
that? Like a
Yes.
pterodactyl or something? Where the hell is that from?
It's a Skeksis, bro.
I've heard it before.
From a movie called Dark Crystal. It's a Skeksis bird.
Okay. So
And then I have a bunch of old AI songs that I want to remake to up the quality, but some of them are just some of my favorite songs.
I made Good Guys.
Which ones?
We're the good guys. I'd like a...
Ooh, that's a great one.
It has a Flat Earth reference in it.
Yeah, I'll try to find that one.
Look at this. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, she's sending me and looking for that because she's looking for me. I can play something else. I got MIDI, I got Elijah. Space is really fake. Who was that? That was someone else. It's a bunch of stuff.
This is fake and gay, bro.
Mm-hmm. 100%. This used to be my mom's favorite songs. Black Swan. It's a decent one. Drop the Woo Woo is one of our favorite old songs. Swinging in the Halls was also on Lasers Light the Way. From Horizon to Horizon, that was one of my favorites. History has shown us. Yeah, I remember all these songs. It was all good. I can play all this though. So much. I'll just try this one. So many. I'll do the Indio one while you do this one. I made this song for Indio one night when he needed music on his little short.
Laser test and ground measurement. Destroy sky speculation and imaginary consensus consent. Just look into its full extent. In a bubble, happy content can handle FE content. You're out of shape, getting bent. 24/7 is not the place to vent. It's time to show what we got. It's time to know what it's not. It's not a glow, not a glow. It's time to show what we got. It's time to know what it's not. It's not a glow, not a glow. Laser testing ground measurement. Destroy sky speculation and imaginary consensus consent. Just look into its full extent. In a bubble, happy content can handle FE content. You're out of shape, getting bent. 24/7 is not the place to vent. It's time to show what we got. It's time to know what it's not. It's not a glow, not a glow. It's time to show what we got. It's time to know what it's not. It's not a glow, not a glow, no. Like lambs to the slaughter, you can lead a horse to water. you can make him drink. Just drop the backwards globe king. Faith in others, an eternal lackey. An ego-blinded faith in fallacy. It's really not hard to see. Is this really how you chose to be? Like lambs to the slaughter, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Just drop the backwards globe king. Faith in others, an eternal lackey. An ego-blinded faith in fallacy. It's really not hard to see. Is this really how you chose to be?
Still haven't snipped and fixed the end of that song. But I do have Karma's song ready, and unless people want to talk, I will gladly pause this.
Silence is acquiescence. Let's go!
I know they say good guys finish last, but that's just 'cause you can't find them fast. And us good girls are the same, so it might feel like a rigged game. And I'm thinking now, so who must I kowtow to know how to find the good guys, while I have to swat away the bad like flies. I just want someone base, not two-faced. Don't need perfection, honey. Don't need a lot of money, but I'd like it if he was funny. 'Cause I'm a good girl, and I make a good wife. And if you're a good guy, I could be the love of your life. I like cooking, sewing, and taking care of you. I love children, the elderly, and animals too. I don't take part in anything too shady. Won't find a more red good lady. So base. So we're the good men. I like a base hubby style. Oh, we're the good men. I may be someone who knows the earth's life. I just want someone based, not two-faced. Don't need perfection, honey. Don't need a lot of money, but I'd like it if he was funny. 'Cause I'm a good girl, and I make a good wife. And if you're a good guy, I could be the love of your life. I like cooking, sewing, and taking care of you. I love children, the elderly, and animals too. I don't take part in anything too shady. Won't find a more red good lady. Always a lady. So we're the good men. I like a base hubby style. Oh, 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 we're the good men. I may be someone who knows the earth's life.
We're probably going to be redoing a bunch of these older songs with even better AI, so it sounds even better. Because once you listen to enough of them, you're like, I can hear the AI, but in the latest versions, it's so good. You're like, is this AI? And then some weird sound comes and you're like, yeah, okay, this AI, but it's so much better. It's just like worlds apart.
That's alright. But on that last song, bro, like that song should be obsolete by now. Come on, fellas, what are you doing?
And then I made a bunch of songs. My goal was to make a song for every type of fallacy there is. So that, like, if they make a fallacy, I could just throw the song at them. But I'm gonna redo all those songs again.
Yeah, I didn't know that was AI at first. I didn't realize it till like 3/4 to the end. Yeah, I didn't know like anything about like AI music, and I looked into it a little bit, and it's like it's really cool to experiment with because a lot of people can't make music. Like me, I can't sing, so I have like zero chances of making music other than laying down a bass track. But I can do those.
Yeah, I got basically endless tunes I could play, like radio. And that's the goal, to have like endless flat earth tunes so that you can just have 24/7 flat earth radio.
In the heart of wonder, where dreams ignite, we find our passion, a beacon of light. To learn is to live, to seek and to know. Through logic and reason, our spirits will grow. Fall in love with learning every single day. Fallacies reveal, the liars on display. Teach your children well, for the schools won't show. Logic is the key.
How many songs have you made?
Hundreds.
Nice.
I made
thousands.
I made many thousands if you consider all of the songs I discarded.
Right.
Oh,
Maywhen, what about
33 songs.
You should. Your answer should have been just yes.
Yes.
you there, Maywhen?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hello.
Yeah, hey man, you said you wanted something addressed, some meme or something.
I don't think it was a meme.
You got them.
Just repost
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I have it. Yeah, so I guess all the questions in there. So this explanation of why yeah, I guess I just want to know more about the flat Earth explanation for bottom-up obstruction if the Earth isn't curved.
Oh, you're a Globie?
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Where do we see Earth curve, or where do we measure Earth curve?
What do you mean, where do we measure? And where do we see that?
Can it be measured? Is there a measurement of Earth curve? Where do we see it? What does it look like?
Yeah, I guess there's been many measurements done, but you probably
Sure. Can you name
disagree
one?
with
Or
yeah, I
I
guess
do
off the top
disagree
of my
with
head, it's I remember,
I
and
do.
I don't know a lot about it, but
Okay. Well, I just want to tell you, I do disagree that there has been any globe measurements. In fact, all measurements on Earth are measured from sea level, which is a horizontal plane. Like elevation, altitude is always measured in respect to sea level. Even in celestial navigation with elevation angles, Earth is measured flat. There are no globe measurements. That's how maps are created. Latitude and longitude is a coordinate system based off of a horizontal plane.
actually, if I remember correctly, nautical miles take into account the Earth's curvature as a measurement.
Well, nautical miles is a linear distance, so that's actually not true. In fact, it's measured flat, and then they do this thing called Haversine formula to convert a horizontal planar measurement into a globe measurement to match globe coordinates.
Okay. Well, I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I thought it was directly reliant on the idea of Earth's curvature and the idea of latitude and longitude. But I guess what I wanted to learn.
No, that's incorrect. That's a common misconception, and I can explain the measurement as well. For example, during celestial navigation, you're going to do an elevation angle like to the sun, so you can get the angle of the sun for navigation purposes, right? So you're going to get your sextant, and you're going to cite the horizon as the bottom line of that angle. The top line of the angle goes from the observer to the star. The bottom line of that angle goes from the observer on the ground to the horizon, also on the ground. But not just to the horizon, but to the GP of the star or the sun above. GP is the ground position of that star. Each navigational star has its own ground position. So they're going to use the horizon to line that up to get the angle. And that ground position can be hundreds or thousands of miles away from the observer. And there's a straight flat line from the observer on the ground to the ground position also on the ground, measuring Earth flat. That's how we navigate.
Okay. I mean, I thought the development of the sextant was actually quite rooted in the idea of Earth's curvature, but I may be wrong. But why I joined this call in the first place was to understand bottom up.
Wait, I got a question for you.
Okay, yeah.
So you say the sextant is rooted in for the Earth's curvature and stuff like that, right? Okay, what about a sundial?
I thought it was.
Well, let's think about a sundial. How about this? Is it for the moving sun, or is it for a stationary sun? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure.
Like how would it work though? No. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I thought
a lot of things would work both ends, if you know what I mean. It needs to be able to convert to the globe side for it to actually function.
What?
It needs to work on both ends for it to function. You know what I'm saying? That's why I use something as simple as a sundial. Is it made with a moving sun in mind, or a stationary sun and a moving Earth? Which one?
Well, how does a sundial work?
It's the angles of the sun cast different shadows, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, like you brought up the idea that they made things with certain like concepts in mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking you, what concept did they have in mind for the sundial? Is it for a moving sun or a stationary sun? And a moving Earth?
I thought a sundial was rooted in like the heliocentric idea, but I'm not sure about that. I don't really know a lot about sundials.
No, that's another common misconception. Both the sextant and the sundial are based off of a stationary Earth and a moving sun, because that's what we observe. We observe the sun moving across the sky. We don't observe us moving. We don't feel any movement. There's no proof of us actually moving. We're actually a stationary Earth.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like both products seem to work on both ends. That's what I'm trying to say. So you should abandon the concept like that they had the concept in mind already when they made it.
Well, when the sundial was developed, was it based on a geocentric idea?
But does it work on the other idea? That's what I'm trying to say. Does it work on the other idea?
Does it work on a heliocentric idea?
Exactly. Does it?
I think so. Yeah.
Exactly. So you can't just make you can't just say that they had that in mind, because it works on both. That's all I'm trying.
Does it work equally well?
It does. It does.
Are there different like heliocentric versus geocentric sundials? Is that?
No.
No. Okay.
No. The point is the point is they have to work on both concepts for the thing to work at all. The real concept is flat Earth. The fake concept is ball rotating Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has to work on both concepts for it to be valid on the ball Earth.
I'm not exactly sure about that.
We're talking about tools here. We're talking about measurement devices. We're not talking about theory.
Right. So you're saying that every kind of not really like navigational tool, but like perhaps like orientational tool, for example, like a sextant, has to like they have to work on both models. Is that what you're saying? Or
I don't think. Not exactly. I would disagree with that because they actually don't work on models. Like you can't measure an elevation angle on a globe because a globe doesn't have a horizontal plane. You see that bottom line of the elevation angle meets the ground position, which creates a 90-degree angle to the star above. You can't get a 90-degree angle on a globe surface because you need that horizontal plane surface. So what actually happens is they do the measurement on a flat Earth, and then they convert that measurement and calculate it into a globe to match made-up globe coordinates.
do you have like an did you? Okay, I'm seeing it right. So is there like an image of like wait, were you the one talking about a sundial? Oh no, that was a sextant. Okay, I see it right here. Okay, so I actually didn't know how
You're a robot a little bit. You're a little bit of a robot.
Oh yeah.
I think it's okay. Go ahead. What's your question?
So this picture posted by Northern Rebellion 6.0 is crudely showing how a sextant works. Are you aware of like the concept of like tangent lines? Or oh.
So you're gonna beg the question?
Yeah, tangents don't work with elevation angle measurements, you see, because the tangent has to meet at the horizon. That's the tangent point, right, is at the horizon. However, the horizon is not Earth curve. So it's not a tangent. It's a straight, flat, horizontal line from observer to ground position, hundreds or thousands of miles away.
Okay, so I have a question then. So like does a sextant like work on a hill or no?
Well, you wouldn't really use a sextant on a hill because it's a water thing.
Yeah.
You'd probably use a theodolite. Now, theodolite would first establish a horizontal plane on the ground. That's the first step. Use the lens. I forgot the exact name of the type of lens it is, but it's basically a leveling device. You mark the level horizontal plane, and then you mark measurements based off that horizontal plane on the ground. And then that's where you take into account the hill and the angles of the hill. But it's still based off a horizontal plane, based off of sea level originally.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I kind of just want to get to the original question why I joined here. I was looking for like an explanation on bottom-up obstruction. So I'm kind of confused
Yeah,
how.
bottom-up obstruction. Bottom-up obstruction is perspective, basically the limits of your vision, right? So you agree that things farther away get small, well, they appear smaller to you, right?
Yeah.
As they get to, if they get too small, then you can't see them anymore, right?
I mean,
If they get
yeah,
too far
if it's
away,
too far away
you
from
can't
me,
see
yeah,
them
I don't
anymore,
see. Yeah.
right? That's agreeable. If they get too far away, you can't see them, right?
Yeah.
So with bottom up, you're talking about boats, right?
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, we'll just talk about boats, I guess.
Boats, sure. We talk about boats. So as the boat gets further away, it gets smaller. Now you can say, oh, the bottom is getting smaller faster than the top, right? Well, what you're looking at is that if you're going to have a horizontal like sight line from you to the boat,
Mm-hmm.
then the top part of that horizontal line, like above you, above that horizontal line, that angle is very large to the top of the boat because there's nothing obstructing it. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, I can
below
kind of
that
visualize
horizontal
it.
line, that horizontal sight line, that angle is going to get smaller and smaller, faster and faster because it's obstructed by the surface of the water. So the surface of the water is going to have the bottom obstruct faster than the top because that angle gets smaller and smaller, as opposed to the top where it doesn't.
Can I butt in just
That's
for a
quick.
second? Just real fast.
Sure, go ahead.
If you think about it, like let's say you got a building 10 miles away and you're standing on the beach looking at that building. Well, the angle halfway in between the building and halfway between your eye, right to the ground, is going to be a very small angle, very acute, right? Whereas the angle from the half to the sky, it's going to be a lot bigger, right? Why? Because the sky is the limit. So if the ground is the limit to the angle that your eye can receive information, wouldn't it be easier to lose information with that really small angle where the water or the ground is the limit? Makes sense to me.
I guess I'm just having a hard time visualizing this. I don't know if there's like a good image I can explain this well, but
how about we talk about like a really like obvious example of how angles can change the way you see things.
sure.
Like for example, can you see the top of a building if you're super close to it or far away from it? Like if you go right up to a wall, can you see the top of the wall easier or harder?
I mean, I think it would be harder, but I just went up to the wall and I could still see the top. You know.
About like the Empire State Building or something like that, right?
Okay.
We're on the
Yeah,
street. We're
I'd
watching.
assume it'd be pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see it from that angle because you're too close to it, right? So the farther away you get, the easier it is to see the top of the building, top floor.
Or just the roof of your house.
Yeah, that has everything to do with angles. So,
But I think, I don't think that's like an amazing example because.
no, it's more like a really, really exaggerated example of this whole thing. Like it's so you can sort of visualize it in your head, right? Because I'm pretty sure the other thing you can't visualize right now.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, I think like it could be a good example, but when you kind of rotate that whole system 90 degrees, right? So instead of looking up at the building, like you imagine yourself like the building is like turned over flat, right? and instead you're like on top of it, and and it's below you, right? When you're looking up at it, you're not looking up at it at like a perfect like 90-degree angle. If you can kind of understand what I'm saying, like when you look up at something, it's not at like a 90-degree angle. Like you're not looking like directly up. You're looking like sort of at an angle.
Well, because you're farther
it's
away.
kind of hard to visualize.
How about we?
So it's not exactly the same thing as like standing on a fairly like flat plane and looking out at like a pretty close to 90-degree angle at the ocean. I'd assume it'd be like different, but
I'm just trying to explain the angle concept to you by using something that's fairly easy to understand. But it does apply. That's all I gotta say, man.
Okay.
Angles change how you view things. That's the main point of it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm disagreeing with that statement. So here, let me post the image again. So it offers this explanation. As objects get farther away from the observer, they appear to shrink. Yeah, this is due to angular resolution. If the angle to the bottom of the building is smaller than the angle to the top, the bottom of the building will appear to reach the observer's eye level at a shorter distance. Beyond this point, only the section of the building located above the observer's eye level will be visible. What if the observer was like, or what if the eye level was like halfway in between the building? Then do you know what would happen?
You'd have a higher angle at both ends.
You would have an equal angle at both ends, right?
Yeah, but the reason why the bottom shows up, like goes up faster, is that you just notice it faster in a sense. But yeah, you would basically see things more clearly the higher you go. You just have a better angle at it. It's like, think of like a freaking game, man. Like, you're gonna be able to shoot something in the air, or spot something in the air a lot easier than spotting something on near to the ground.
Yeah, that makes me think of like Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. So when you're fighting a dragon and he's in the air, you can easily get his location, find out where he's at, track him down. But when he's grounded, you're like, okay, where's he at?
Pretty much. But yeah, angle. But yeah, to answer your
Can I
question,
try?
angle. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to try something real quick, see if this helps. So imagine you're just outside and you're just looking at the horizon, right? So put your arm in front of your face, pointing out, almost like a Nazi salute, but not really, just level.
Nazi salute.
Not really, right? So, okay, so that's your horizontal sight line, right? Now, what's below that? What's below your arm has a limit. Is the limit's going to be faster because the ground is going to make that angle reduce very quickly as an object gets further away. But above that, your arm, there's nothing obstructing it. So you can see it further than the bottom. Does that make sense? I hope. Sorry.
I don't know. It's still.
I wouldn't use the word quickly or fast. I wouldn't use the word quickly or fast. Okay, so if the atmosphere is acting like a lens, right, then there could be magnification. And if there's magnification, it's just like zooming in on an image with your mouse wheel, right? But let's say you had monitors that were stacked up to the ceiling, right? But the tabletop is the lowest it goes. You obviously don't have monitors stacked to the floor because you can't see through the dirt. Well, let's say you have a cowboy and you're trying to read his belt to figure out which rodeo he won or whatever. Once you zoom in, right, on the cowboy's belt buckle, you can still see his hat because you got monitors to the ceiling. But you can't see his boots anymore because you zoomed in. Does that make sense?
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. All right. We need to set out a few baselines here, brother. First, I posted a video which every single person speaking now and hearing my voice now should watch. It's about 8 minutes long. It's made by our esteemed colleague, Indio. It's called Optics on a Flat Earth. You can use it from the bot anytime or by searching videos, exclamation point video, space, optics. Space is the space bar, not space, if you know what I mean. So it's exclamation point videos, then you have a space, then you put the term optics, you get this video. In this video, he uses the geographical graphic design program to show you all the applicable angles, to show you how the relevant angles coming in towards the object and the available reception angles are going to interact with each other, and what portion of objects are going to be within those angles, and a couple other things. It's only 8 minutes long. No excuses at this point. So every single person should watch it. Mandatory. Secondly, looking out across the ground is absolutely the most unique place you can look. It's not the same as looking anywhere else. For example, one, the air is the densest, the lowest to the ground, correct? And the interaction between the air and the ground causes differentiations in the environment. Then it would be diagonal. In fact, this is well known. So, for example, many people will come in here and they'll say, well, if the earth was flat, why can't I just see from here to Paris? Well, the answer is because at ground level, the air is so dense that the occlusion rate results in an opaque atmosphere at approximately 250 to 300 miles, depending on how you do it in the daily conditions. So, in other words, the atmosphere is like a solid brick wall that you cannot see through at about 300 miles. So, no matter how much light Paris is giving off, you're never going to see it for that reason alone and various other reasons. And so, for example, there's another phenomena called total internal refraction, which results in when you're looking out at the critical angle, all the light ends up becoming reflected light rather than light coming from the particulates themselves. So, for example, you can't see the water anymore at a certain range. You can see a reflection of the sky off the water. There's no resolvable color information from the water. Now, if you take a dense band of atmosphere and the majority of the propagation angles from the bottom of an object are coming through that, and it's simultaneously experiencing total internal reflection on the air and the particulates and the vapors and all of that coupled together is going to preclude the bottom of something. That's just a fact. And then on top of that, you couple in the angular resolution problem, which causes the bottoms to disappear. And so you have numerous factors of why it's physically necessary and cannot be otherwise that you can't see the bottoms of things as they recede out into the distance that have nothing to do with the Earth being a globe. In fact, if I remember correctly, there's more than 20 factors that could cause you to lose sight of something, especially from the bottom, that have nothing to do with globe curvature. So the fact that globe curvature is like the ubiquitous catch-all for the globe sides argument is actually deleterious to their case because they're ignoring all those other factors, and those other factors are compounding factors, which means you would have curvature plus those. That actually means, if you count it, things should disappear from the bottom up sooner than what the globe proponents predict. That doesn't happen. So in conjunction with all of that, not to mention that the water they're looking out for to see the bottom of the boat allegedly disappear, that water can be demonstratedly to be measured flat. So clearly there's no globe here, there's no need for a globe here, and the water's clearly flat. The Earth is flat. I rest my case.
Yeah, that is one of the best videos I've ever seen on optics and how the eyes work. It's the best, hands down.
I have a feeling he didn't catch any of that because he still hasn't been able to visualize how angles can even change how
That's
things
fine.
look.
That's fine. That's why he needs to watch that video. He could also read Euclid's optics and all kinds of other well-established facts about optics that globers continually ignore.
True.
I'll watch the video. Yeah.